Alright, welcome back.
Those poor colonists on Eden Prime. First the Geth attack, now Cerberus. For what it's worth, our new crew member doesn't need a translator himself, but he shared a Prothean language tutorial program. It was apparently designed for servant races being inducted into the Empire. Charming cultural clue.
Charming. What our fish look like. Yay! Nice of Kelly to watch out for our fish this whole time. Meep meep. Alright, where to? Able to get to Benning now? I'm not sure we are.
Signal confirmed.
Baruch, a hydrogen helium gas giant named for an ancient Batarian monarch whose empire spanned continents. He had such a penchant for mating that 0.6% of modern Batarians claim to trace their lineage to him. The planet's moons are named after his many recognized wives. The largest, Vera, concealed Prothean ruins that helped the Batarians develop FTL travel. It is a Batarian point of pride that, since the ruins were damaged by earthquakes, they had less information to go on than other spacefaring species. The Reapers have destroyed all obvious military outposts in Varush's orbit. Batarians' notorious secrecy, however, may have allowed concealed subterranean facilities on Varush's moons to survive. Weapon upgrade kit. Karshan, the Batarian homeworld, is wrapped less in mystery than in outright lies. Batarian propaganda claims the world has 15 billion inhabitants and an economy that rivals the Asari. Although the legal slave trade does boost the Batarians' profits somewhat, Citadel sanctions have left a paper tiger of an empire, one that fights rivals through deniable terrorist actions rather than the wars of its heyday centuries ago. The Reapers will likely be the death blow to that empire. Almost no information has escaped Karshan since the Reapers destroyed the Combuis, but Batarian refugees say that resistance has created a bond among the commoners. If a new government can rise from the ashes, that bond may sustain a new Batarian society. Pillars of Strength. So instead of picking up the fuel right now, let's go poke around in the system. Grab the fuel when we come back.
I found something.
Attic is a brutally hot and wet garden world covered with molds and lichen analogs. It has many viruses and bacteria lethal to Batarian physiology. The hegemony colonized Attic early in its expansion, but few of the colonists wanted to stay. The result was domination by a class of landed slave owners. A small cadre of well-paid engineers and skilled laborers kept the planet's mechs and infrastructure functioning. Alliance estimates put the planet's Batarian population at just over 6 million, but that number has likely fallen since the Reapers arrived. Credits. "100 units of fuel on the wall. 100 units of fuel. Let's... What are the artifacts here?
Signal confirmed.
A large rock planet, Vanna, is covered in prodigious amounts of dry ice, leaving only thin traces of gas for its atmosphere. Uranium deposits drew Batarian miners to Vanna long ago. When that was exhausted, they moved on to its magnesium. The Reapers have exterminated the colony here, punching holes in the domed cities and leaving its occupants to asphyxiate. Black market artifacts. Alright. Hey! Look out. Nope, 50%. So we're still missing some fuel. There it is. If we can get that fuel before we go.
Reapers eluded.
There we go. Pop in and out of the system. We get lucky eventually, showing up on a favorable side.
Faster than light jump successful.
Saved the fuel. Big bucks, no whammies. 300 units of fuel. I don't know why. I feel like doing some more scanning. Let's poke around and get some war assets, some credits. Who knows? Maybe we won't even make it into combat today. That's not really the plan. I don't have a plan. There's nothing here. We've already been here. Was Grissom. Came for Grissom. Refuel. Needed some fuel. 100 units. All right. We get sent to Asgard at some point.
I found something.
Wow, that's lit it up. How much stardust do you have? A fair bit. Bohr is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with over 90 moons. The light of ionized hydrogen filtering through an upper cloud deck of sodium causes its striking coloration. The source of the ionization has not yet been confirmed, but Bohr's mass, equal to 6 Jupiters, and high temperature suggest it may be a brown dwarf, a gas giant that gained almost enough mass to ignite into a small star. The Reapers destroyed Bohr's extensive Helium-3 infrastructure, although wreckage indicates that the 6th Fleet did not give up the planet without a fight. Remains of a Reaper destroyer. They got one. Tyr. It's compositionally similar to Earth, however, it lies over 4 AU from Asgard and possesses an atmosphere primarily composed of nitrogen and ethane. While a potential target for terraforming, the proximity of the shirt sleeves habitable Terra Nova relegated Tyr to a support role. Nearly 100 corporations, human and alien, constructed teleoperated mining, refining, and manufacturing facilities across the planet. The Reapers immediately targeted these, seeking to cut off the Alliance's supply of hydrogen fuel cells. Alliance Naval Exploration Flotilla. 40%. There's some more in the system. We're gonna wake up the Reapers here. Could have gotten the one. Nah, this is. Okay. Terra Nova was one of the Class 1 colonization prospects discovered by the first wave of Alliance surveys in 2150. That was nice. It was the second human extrasolar colony and the first beyond the Charon mass relay. It once boasted the highest population of any formally endorsed Alliance colony, but in recent years, threats of Batarian attack caused many to emigrate. The name Exodus Cluster became all too apt. The Reapers landed on Terra Nova after a brief battle with the Alliance's 6th Fleet. Aware that it would lose, the fleet retreated in hopes of meeting with allies and retaking the planet. Intelligence indicates that the Reaper force here is light, and debate rages over whether to try to liberate the planet or if such an effort would prove futile if the Reapers sent reinforcements. Alliance Cruiser Shanghai. How exactly did we find the cruiser with the probe? I mean...
Evasion successful.
And, like, what, salvaged it?
Reapers eluded.
Seems to me... Whoa! We might or might not get away from this one. Loki, a small terrestrial world with little to recommend it. Loki's one hemisphere is largely covered by ice and the other by craggy basaltic highlands. The rough, varied terrain suggests an ancient cataclysm caused significant damage to the planet. Reaching 6.5 AU at perigee and 7.1 AU at apogee, Loki's unusual elliptical orbit reinforces this hypothesis. Beneath Loki's ice cap runs a naturally formed network of subterranean tunnels. These may have proven useful to Alliance forces in retreat. Nevertheless, any organics hidden here remain in peril, as Loki's atmosphere is inhospitable and Reaper scanning technology is efficient. Base Alliance Spec Ops Team Delta. Now, let's see if we can get out of here. Go, 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 go!
Faster than light jump successful.
Okay. There's still something in this system. That'd be fuel. We could use it.
Evasion successful.
Maybe over here somewhere. No?
Reapers eluded.
Arr! What are we missing? Near the edge somewhere that I didn't scan with one of the...
Faster than light jump successful.
Okay, what are we missing? It's here somewhere. It exists. 80%.
Evasion successful.
Hey, I'm puzzled that we're not up with anything.
Reapers
Where
eluded.
is the missing piece? We've pinged every part of this that I can think of.
Faster than light jump successful.
Part of this system could we possibly have missed with all these pings?
Evasion successful.
Anybody have these maps memorized? We want to wager a guess. Oh, there it
Reapers
is.
eluded.
Okay. How is it those pings never
Faster
got
than
that?
light jump
Haven't we?
successful.
Kind of silly. 250 units of free fuel. Now get out of here.
Evasion successful.
need fuel. I'm gonna go scan some more stuff, but yeah, let's see what happens. See what we can get away with. We've only got about a half tank. Not every system has fuel depot. It's a lot here. We're gonna have to get lucky on fuel drops. Revan is a modest terrestrial world with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of silver. Treben's environment is relatively mild, but the scarcity of water or similar enabling substances has prevented the development of any biosphere. Exogeny Corp recently performed a test impact of a single water-ice comet into the surface, the first step of a long-term plan to thicken the atmosphere and introduce water to the environment. A survey team is on the surface monitoring the geological and meteorological effects of the test impact. Most of the water released is still in the form of atmospheric vapor, but thick cloud banks have formed. There is every indication that this arid world will soon see its first rain. Survey team's progress has been hampered by frequent mechanical or computer failures in their GPS satellites. Credits. Grabbing it now. Use it 300 units. 789.
Reapers eluded.
Get some lucky fuel drops. We might still be able to make it around Buster.
I found something.
Nonwell. It is one of the oldest entries in the star charts. Nonwell has not yet been fully mapped. It is the largest body in the asteroid belt of the blue star Plutus. Not only large enough to maintain a spherical shape, but also massive enough to retain the noxious carbon and sulfur dioxides venting from its many volcanoes as an atmosphere. Nonwell is rapidly volcanic, and the source of its great heat is also the source of its inordinate mass. Nonwell is a secondary source of element zero, coalesced around a large chunk of Ezo ejected by a supernova billions of years ago. It's cool. Surface conditions are extremely hazardous. In addition to the thin crust and numerous magma flows, wide stretches of the landscape are coated with slippery ash and cinders ejected from the volcanoes. Special Ops Team Zeta and the 103rd Marine Division. And that was the only thing in Plutus, which means
Faster than light jump successful.
better get lucky on fuel soon.
Signal confirmed.
Oh, there's some fuel. 100 units. Get us to the next system. Lensal has a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its first geological surveys were performed by Batarians and suggested areas of great mineral wealth. Human mining concerns spent billions of credits hustling to the distant system and sinking test bores to claim the system for humanity. But Clensal had only an average level of mineral wealth, valuable but hardly worth the rush and expense. Meridia Industria, a small Mexican company hoping to strike it rich in their first extrasolar mining venture, had to file for bankruptcy protection. Investigation revealed the Batarian crew had deliberately falsified their surveys, hoping it would encourage human rivals to invest in a costly boondoggle. While unethical, this was not technically illegal, and the Batarian government disavowed the personal actions of a few misguided patriots. The planet is still littered with abandoned mining bases, which are often used as temporary meeting places for criminals.
Evasion successful.
5, 4, down to 300 units of fuel. Getting iffy.
I found something.
Duntauma is a small, broiling terrestrial world. Its thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane is being steadily blown off by the powerful solar wind from the star Farinata. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of copper. Its density is low enough to leave the world tidally locked to Farinata. The Alliance Defense Data Network notes that several ships have been spotted cruising near Jontawa, with transponders turned off. While an Alliance patrol attempted pursuit of one, the unidentified vessel rabbited to FTL. Its trail was lost when it obscured its light trace in the confusion of signals along the Anansi Ishtar shipping lane. Oh, that tied me up. Anansi. Alliance frigate Agincourt and the First Fleet. We're looking for fuel or
Reapers eluded.
hopefully fuel. No!
Faster than light jump successful.
$200 units. Yikes. It's not a lot.
Evasion successful.
500.
Signal confirmed.
Kohi. The terrestrial planet, whose surface is mainly composed of aluminum with numerous deposits of calcium. Though it has enough mass to retain a dense atmosphere, Kohi is nearly a vacuum. Its lack of atmosphere allows a moderate average temperature, but the differences between day and night are extreme. The surface of Chohi's sunward-facing side is usually covered by a haze of volatiles, mainly water vapor and carbon dioxide, which return to the ground as frost over the course of the long, cold night. The Serta Foundation has established a research outpost on Chohi to investigate the native subterranean life of Chohi, which shows incredible resilience to extremes of heat and cold. Doorbell. Check that in a second. The planet description might have the most mentions of its own name of planet. I'll be right back. Thanks. Oh, so nice of the Reapers to wait while
Reapers
I check my
eluded.
door.
Faster than light jump successful. Evasion successful.
Not gonna be able to grab it.
Reapers
Hopefully
eluded.
pop in at the right point.
Faster than
We're gonna
light
have
jump
to.
successful.
That might work. Be close. Ah! 400 units of fuel. Go, go, go!
Evasion successful. Reapers eluded.
And we're out of here. That's good. cleaned up that section of the map. For now. Sigurd's Cradle. Strike Abyssal.
I found something.
Dadaban, a large dense planet named for a Volus god of punishment. Crust is rich in uranium, eroded by winds to create large radioactive dust storms across its surface. The Volus of Talisphia have explored the planet thoroughly, with space probes and telepresent robo-mining machines, and discovered they are not the first to exploit the planet. Plastics from a mining station approximately 50,000 years old can be found near the planet's equator. Curiously, the mines nearby were not tapped out of uranium ore. They were instead abandoned at the height of their operation. More credits. I have plenty of coin for mods. No. 150 units of fuel. Really?
Faster than light jump successful. Signal confirmed.
Talisphia is a planet capable of supporting life, if that life happens to breathe ammonia. Discovered by Asari explorers, the planet was used as a bargaining chip by the Citadel Council, who quickly drafted a colonization agreement with its wealthy client race, the Volus. The Council would fund the Volus colonization effort in return for massive trade benefits. Uncharacteristic enthusiasm, an enormous Volus influx ensued, and the Council reaped the economic benefits for a dozen years before the colonization bubble burst. The Reapers found Talisphia easy prey. The independent planet had a defense fleet only sufficient to handle small-scale actions. Its high population and industrial base, once a deterrent to war with other Terminus system worlds, has only served to attract a larger number of Reapers than usual. What's the usual number of Reapers? Prothean Obelisk. Looking for that fuel. Fuel.
Evasion successful. Reapers eluded. Faster than light jump successful.
Okay. I don't know if we can get that. Yeah, we may as well. Even though it looks like it closes in on us, you get a bit of a speed boost coming out of...
Evasion successful.
I don't know, when you start moving. You can usually surge away, and they'll start catching up.
Reapers eluded.
Ismar. So why is Ismar not hostile? Nothing special there.
I found something.
Fuel. Get any free fuel? Metaponto, hydrogen helium gas giant. Metaponto has developed a helium-3 fueling station funded by Elcor business interests who hope to bring enough attention to the system to attract terraforming investors and thus eventually develop Volturno as a habitable world. Thus far, they have met with little success. Advanced biotic implants. fuel over here. 70,000 credits.
Signal confirmed.
I've gotten some free fuel here, and now I can't use the fuel that's here. I'll leave it so we can always pop into the system and grab it for some free fuel later. Though Pietas has a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rights to the planet have been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the past 9 years. The running joke is that by the time the Council finally gives the go-ahead to colonize the planet, Pietas will have evolved life on its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere of mostly nitrogen and argon, Pietas could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cyanobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for easy fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down on Pietas to lay low or make repairs. Civilian travel is not advised. Covered. Okay. So it'll show 50%. And that's because fuel waiting for us for later.
I found something.
Digeris, a hospitable world home to dextro amino acid-based life, this Turian colony was famous until recently for being the site of the bloodiest battle in Turian history. During the Krogan rebellions, a warlord named Graken Dahl took the fight to Palaven's home cluster, bombarding the modestly defended Digeris. When reinforcements came to intercept him, Dahl's navy put their rear to Digeris so that stray shots would hit the planet. The Turians won despite this severe handicap, using countless fighters and cruisers to take down the Krogan dreadnoughts. Today, the Turian fleet holds Digeris in a stalemate. The Reapers, concentrating on Palaven and elsewhere, sent a relatively light force to take the planet, which the Turians repelled. The Turians stand guard at Digeris, while the Reapers travel throughout the system, destroying targets of opportunity until reinforcements arrive. Banner of the 1st Regiment. At the Turians in the bar. Be pleased.
Faster than light jump successful. Evasion successful.
$350 units, that'll cap us off.
Reapers eluded. Signal confirmed.
Jeez. Well, now we get all the fuel that we needed before. Pharos is an asteroid towed near the Class B blue giant Jamai to serve as a terrestrial military base in a system devoid of planets. A vast array of solar collectors absorb energy from the star and beam it to receptors near the tidally locked asteroid terminator zone. Asteroids terminator zone. Beneath the surface, dozens of particle accelerators generate antiprotons for starship fuel. The Reapers sent a substantial force to Gemai's system, but found that the Turians were capable and prepared to defend their armada's fuel source. Warning messages say the Reapers are still present in the system awaiting reinforcements. At present, the Turians can still refuel, but only because they committed forces here that could otherwise have defended Palaven. Starting to feel like I've been reading for a while. I know I've been reading for a while. I'm starting to feel it. Reading these planet names. 750 units. Yeah, I think that's enough. I'm gonna clear this other one because we won't be coming all the way back out here to get fuel. 800 units. That's what? You mock us, game. Stick more fuel than we can carry off in one system. Stringing us along. Let's, on the ship, we can go down to Liara's office and get some of these upgrades. Required. Pick what the upgrades will be. Before we go any further here.
Excellent find, Commander. The information network terminal has been updated.
Yeah, okay. Weapon upgrade kit. This field kit can be used for a one-time upgrade to a variety of weapons. Ammo capacity or weapon damage. Yeah, we're gonna go weapon damage. Remains of a Reaper destroyer. To avoid the risk of indoctrination, remote drones have been sent to study the salvaged remains of a Reaper destroyer. The drones can dig under the outer hull, scanning circuits for tech that will increase the speed at which tech, biotic, and combat abilities can be fired. Alternatively, the Council has offered a Citadel-wide merchant discount for choosing the safer option and demolishing the remains. Take the power cooldown bonus. Advanced Biotic Implants. This advanced amp is a sophisticated biofeedback system that interfaces with a set of Armor's microcomputers. Amp set can be set to help streamline the use of biotic skills and combat powers or increase their damage instead. Stacking things, if we have like mods and we can get a few of them, that works better. Power cooldown, we just got 5. This will add 5 more. That'll be 10%. So let's stack that. Power recharge speed 10, shields 5, weapon damage 5. There'll be more later. Call, fortunately brief, between Kasumi Goto and Professor Olausen. Hi, Professor. You know that one-of-a-kind point-to-point comm server you were talking about the other day? You have any information on its whereabouts? I've got something better. Check your front door. But this server's locked in a Cerberus facility. Not anymore. This will be invaluable for the Crucible. Thank you, Miss Goto. You're the brilliant astrophysicist, Prof. I'm just a tech expert doing some odd jobs. By the way, you would not believe how many credits Cerberus leaves just lying around in the open.
Hello again.
But I would. Hey. Well, that was a lot of Citadel and scanning. Get our boots on the ground here. The diplomatic ships of the... Well, I guess we're bringing them onto our ship. There's no boots on the ground yet. Diplomatic ships of the Solarians, Turians, and Krogan float far away from one another, out of weapons range. Messages sent by each faction indicate that they would welcome the Normandy as a neutral meeting ground for their diplomats. The fact that they have not agreed on a ship to serve as a neutral meeting point before now does not bode well for the negotiations.
Commander, the Solarian Dalatras and Krogan clan chief are ready to come aboard.
Have them brought to the conference room. And hope this doesn't start another war.
The Krogan is in no position to make demands.
You.
The Krogan has a name. Urdnot Rex. And I'm not just some junkyard Varen you unleash whenever you're in trouble.
Good
I've
Rex.
got my own problems. Reaper scouts have arrived on Tuchanka. So why should I care if a few Turians go extinct?
Trying to draw out negotiations will get you nowhere, Rex. I have no time for it. Just tell us what you want.
I'll tell you what I need. A cure for the genophage.
Absolutely not. The genophage is non-negotiable.
Why are you so opposed to the idea, Dalatras?
Because my people uplifted the Krogan. We know them best.
You mean you used us to fight a war you couldn't win? It wasn't the Solarians, or the Asari, or even the Turians that stopped the Rachni. It was Krogan blood that turned the tide.
And after that, you ceased to be useful. The genophage was the only way to keep your urges in check.
Dalatras, you may not like him, but Rex is right. Insulting him won't change that.
I won't apologize for speaking the truth. We uplifted the Krogan to do one thing: wage war. It's all they know because it's all we wanted them to know.
Your people should have thought the matter through then. Was it really a surprise the Krogan revolted?
That's precisely my point, Commander. We made a rash decision. We turned to the Krogan in desperation. It's the same mistake you're about to make today. No good can come from curing the genophage.
The Krogan have paid for their mistakes. The genophage has gone on long enough.
1,476 years, if you're keeping track.
It was 1,000 years of peace, free from these brutes.
Enough! Whether or not they deserve a cure is academic. It would take years to formulate one.
Oh.
My information says otherwise. A Solarian scientist, Malin, grew a conscience. He was on my planet, testing a cure on our females.
I remember. His methods were barbaric.
But what you didn't know is that other females survived his experiments. So the Dalatras here sent in a team to clean up the whole mess, and to take them prisoner.
Where did you get this? It could be a fabrication.
Don't insult me. Those are my people. They're immune to the genophage, and you're going to give them back.
Dalatras, is this true?
How will curing the genophage benefit my people?
How long do you think you'll last alone against the Reapers? Because if you don't help, that's how it'll end up.
And I'll be the last friendly Turian you ever see.
What's it gonna be?
The females are being kept at one of our STG bases on Surkash. But I warn you, Commander, the consequences of this will be felt for centuries to come.
Will be nothing compared to what happens if the Reapers win.
Let's get the females.
You're not setting foot on Surkash. This will take time.
It happens now. As a Council Spectre, Shepard can oversee the exchange.
We're going.
I don't like the Dalatras.
I won't forget this, Commander. A bully has few friends when he needs them most.
Hey then. Definitely bringing Liara. Sony to Sony. The Yogg down here. And Garrus. Delatras? Yeah. Oh. Oh, ship, weapons. I bought all those mods. Ah, we could have done some stuff. Alright, let's see here. What do we have? I mean, I could have done some upgrades. 160 Viper. Let's change the mods in this. Ultralight. 8%, but 168. Keep playing with this for a minute. Already have the ultralight. Okay. Ultralight and damage. Get this to 181. And we get to keep the sniper. And that'll get better. I don't know how heavy, I don't remember how heavy the Scorpion is, which we'll end up with. Yeah, let's do that. Piercing and rounds. How about damage? Got better mods for you now. I don't know if either of those would help with a squad mate. They don't really have limited ammunition, and as for accuracy, I don't think it really affects them, but I don't know. You have concentration, damage. How about piercing? And some of these I don't think affect the squad mates, but Garrus meant to change which outfit he's wearing too. Missed it. For now. Rock's mine. We could get more damage, more radius. Get a universal damage boost. Armor piercing ammo give us extra capacity. Yeah, let's do that one. Pairs it with the squad, and I think the 30% boost that applies to the squad. Krogan airdrop.
This is the Solarian homeworld we're headed to. They aren't used to seeing Krogan here, so let's keep it simple. We land, get the females, and leave before anyone changes their mind.
I still don't trust a word they say.
Let diplomacy play out, Rex. You'll get what you want.
These females are the best and probably last hope for my people.
We'll bring them back, Rex. Don't worry.
I appreciate that, Liara. I wouldn't want anyone else along for the ride. I suppose I can make room for you too, Garrus.
Figured you'd gone soft sitting on your throne. Forgot how to hold a gun.
Commander, I have the Solarian base on sensors.
Set her down.
Commander, Solarian ground control says we don't have clearance to land.
Tell them the Delatras authorized this herself.
I knew they'd never keep their word. Let's see them try to stop a Krogan airdrop.
Incoming!
Rex?
We have an unauthorized landing.
And who authorized you to hold my race hostage?
Oh! Rex?
Commander Shepard, restrain your colleague. We only found out about this transfer a few moments ago.
I'd like to avoid a diplomatic incident.
As would we.
But you have something valuable to Rex.
Something worth dying for.
This matter can be resolved, but I must insist he remain under guard.
I can handle this, Rex.
Anything goes wrong and all bets are off.
I'm Paddock Wicks, and I appreciate your understanding, Commander. With war on everyone's minds, our people are on edge.
Yog!
Careful! Watch the containment shield!
I'd hope to never see one of those again.
As you can see, this base contains sensitive information.
What kind of work goes on here?
Evolutionary trials, morphological simulations, exogenetic assessments.
Nothing is ever simple with Solarians, is it?
Science has always been our best defense. The research we do here has kept Surkesh safe for millennia.
Does that include studying lost Krogan?
The females were in poor health when we found them on Tuchanka. They were brought here to stabilize their condition.
This whole planet smells wrong.
I'd like to see them.
Where's my chair here, sir?
Of course. I'll need to clear you for the lower levels. Give me a few moments and meet me near the elevator.
Attention biolabs. Please prepare for Yog specimen arrival.
Oh, sorry. It's everybody's favorite terminal. Make sure to wash your hands afterwards.
Please don't touch that. As I said, Commander, don't touch that. Again, I would ask you to refrain from touching that. Perhaps "don't touch that" means something different in your language. I would rather not refer this matter to the human embassy. Touch it all you want. You'll never find out what it does. Are humans really so deprived of stimulus that they must insist on touching everything? I'm afraid if you keep touching that, you risk a diplomatic incident. Further manipulation of that object is grounds for further admonishment.
Be advised that visitors are present in this facility.
Really? You must stop touching that.
Classified information.
Hey, Procyon. Think it is?
Once more, the Solarian Union formally requests that you not touch that.
Maybe.
Fine. If you are so enamored of that object, then I suggest you get your own feces analyzer.
Woo!
Bioquarantine.
Fine, I will.
On levels 1 through 3.
Agree with him or not, our orders are clear. Ensure the smooth handover of the Krogan detainees.
Who gave the order?
Our superiors. That's all that matters.
But they're gonna cure the genophage. Everything we've done to stop the Krogan will be for nothing.
When I want your opinion, I'll promote you. Until then, stay sharp and keep your mouth shut.
This is a restricted area. Please stay back.
When I want your opinion, I'll promote you. That's good. Hey, it's Kirahi.
Commander Shepard, it's Major Kirahi. I'd heard you were coming.
Hold the line.
Good to see you again. Sounds like you've been promoted.
Yes, due in no small part to our mission on Vermeer. Hold the line. You saved my men that day.
Good to see a friendly face, Major.
Garrus Vicarian. Always a pleasure. And same to you, Dr. T'Soni.
Major.
It seems the Reapers have a way of bringing us together.
Are the Solarians prepared for war with the Reapers?
I've heard what they're doing to your Earth. I'm not sure any species can prepare for that. Though rumors suggest you're building a superweapon of some kind.
This business with the females is part of it. I need the Turians' support, and they need the Krogans.
Which is why I never became a diplomat. Too much hand-holding. Leave it to the Dalatresses.
Hey, Ori.
Be advised that visitors are present in this facility. Please
Oh,
refrain from
good.
discussing classified information.
Security seems high. You expecting trouble?
Our motto in STG is to always expect trouble. Failing that, create trouble for someone else. Our enemies have the same idea.
How'd you get posted to this base, Major?
I led the team on Tuchanka that found the females. Nasty business. Malin may have meant well, but his operation was crude. Test subjects were unaccounted for. The females easily escaped his lab.
What do you think about bringing the female Krogan here?
Our scientists say it's important to preserve the females. Evolutionary paradigms. I say when people know you're hiding something valuable, they'll want to steal it. Either way, I have my orders. They'll be your problem soon enough.
I guess we're both still feeling the effects of Vermeer.
Yes, ironic. You destroyed the genophage cure, yet now it's the key to an alliance. Your standoff with Urdnot Rex is legend within STG.
I'm sure you saw Rex's entrance.
Our colony's 3 systems away saw it.
Yes, and he's rather angry about the security arrangements.
Apologies, but better that than a Krogan with a shotgun wandering the base. Think of all the casualties. Our medpay couldn't handle it.
Nice seeing you again, Major.
Likewise. And Commander, regardless of what the politicians decide, you can count on my support retaking Earth.
You'd do that?
Consider it my way of returning a favor. It would be an honor to fight alongside you again. Good day.
What are you talking about, Ori? ME1. Ah. Ow. Just bit my cheek. Sucks. I'm chewing on a cough drop. My cheek is not the cough drop. Ow.
Be advised that visitors are present in this
Ow.
facility. Please refrain
That
from
hurts.
discussing classified information.
This is where all you Solarians come from, huh? No wonder you're so soft. Too busy writing poetry about waterfalls. Shepard, I don't like this. I should be the one going in.
How about you stay here and we only fight one war at a time?
That was just good old-fashioned Krogan hot air. If it had been real, they'd be dead.
Who tipped you off about the females here?
Sorry, Shepard, but they're listening to every word we say. I prefer my Solarian liver served raw. Besides, you'd think this is the kind of thing the Shadow Broker would have known about. Too bad I don't know him. Or her.
I'm sure the broker was very busy.
Back on the Normandy, you said Reapers were sighted on Tuchanka.
Clans Jorgal and Ravenor sighted a few landing parties. The Reapers are up to something. Tuchanka may be a pile of radioactive rubble, but it's our pile. And we'll fight to the last Krogan to keep it that way.
That's what I always liked about you, Rex.
My smoldering good looks?
There is that. But you've never given up. And that determination's about to pay off.
Yeah. Who would have thought back on Vermeer we'd be standing here doing this together?
What do you know about these females?
They weren't fertile, so we used them as decoys to draw off enemies from the ones who were. But Malin's experiments changed that. These damn Pyjaks stole them right out from under us.
That's a pretty brutal way to treat your women, Rex.
The females suggested it. We've had to make a lot of tough choices to ensure we don't all die off.
What a horrible way to live.
It's just one more thing that'll get better when the genophage is cured.
Are the Krogan ready to fight the Reapers?
Ever since Sovereign showed up, I figured this day would come. My people have spent too much time selling ourselves out as mercenaries. Now we can get back to doing what Krogan do best, saving everyone else from giant monsters.
Never going to let us forget about the Rachni Wars, are you?
Well, last time I was at the Citadel, I didn't see a Turian statue in your honor.
Just wait till this war is over.
It's been good talking to you again, Rex.
It'll be even better when we have a few Solarians for lunch.
Subtle, Rex. Subtle.
A psychoanalyst over in Intel told me the Turians can't hold out much longer. He's hearing the Reapers have them against the wall.
The Turians have the biggest fleet in the galaxy.
And we're only a few Mass Effect relays away from the whole mess.
Another incursion?
Air defenses report unidentified craft skirting our inbound approach vectors.
It's like someone's testing our defenses.
Appears that way, sir.
I don't like it. Not with everything else going on.
I was starting to forget what peace sounds like. You'd never know that a war for the whole galaxy is happening right now.
The Solarians can't stay out of it forever. Though seeing this, I can't really blame them for trying.
I don't like what I'm hearing. What? There was some outbound comm traffic 20 minutes ago from inside the base.
And?
A burst transmission, fully encoded, with no identity signature.
No signature? That's against protocol.
I know. Someone's passing a message. I've got a bad feeling about this.
I know who it was.
Send confirmation to the tower. You have clearance now to see the females, Commander. I hope we can resolve this matter without reenacting the Krogan rebellions.
What do you think about handing over the Krogan?
I differ from most of my colleagues. Curing the genophage will bring closure to this issue. In the future, the Krogan may yet play some role we can't even imagine. We should let the evolutionary process decide who lives and dies, not galactic politics.
Thanks for your time.
Of course. Proceed into the elevator when you're ready.
Attention biolabs. Please prepare for Yod specimen arrival.
Now take this elevator down and someone will...
Alert. Threat condition 2 has been declared. Scramble readiness teams.
What's happening?
Sensors have picked up activity on the perimeter. Hurry, Commander. Someone will meet you below.
Very important role.
Base personnel must remain on site until further notice.
All specimens are accounted for, sir. Shepard, excellent timing. Good to have you here.
Buddy!
Mordin?
Eyesight still sharp. Surprise understandable. Hadn't expected to return to work.
You're back with STG.
Special consultant. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong. Helped female Krogan. Fed information to Clan Erdnot. Encouraged political pressure to free females.
You must be Rex's inside source.
Yes, can explain later. Security warnings not normal. Need to get off-world for sake of Krogan. Females had weakened immune systems. Side effect of Malin's cure. These... didn't survive.
But what about Malin's research? I thought we saved it.
Indeed, data saved, but not complete. Lacks crucial details to reconstruct cure, but still useful for synthesizing from living tissue. Couldn't save them.
I'm sure you did everything you could, Mordin.
Arrived too late. Cannot delay now. One survivor, immune to genophage, can synthesize cure from her tissue.
She's still here?
Yes, last hope for Krogan. If she dies, genophage cure... problematic. Please be careful. Krogan's slow to trust.
I'm Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy.
Are you here to kill me?
Goddess, what she's been through.
Erdnot, Rex, and I are here to take you home.
Why? What am I to you?
Have the Solarians been mistreating you?
Those are my sisters you saw back there. They died in a lot of pain.
Did the best we could.
And now I know I'm the only one left. That makes me dangerous to a lot of people. What about you, Commander Shepard? Why are you here?
You're the future of the Krogan race. I'm fighting for that.
Then I hope you brought an army.
Alert. Unidentified vessels have breached the perimeter.
Give me an update.
Outbound communications have been severed. We're cut off.
Secure all data to off-site location.
What's happening?
We have multiple ships inbound.
Shepard, it's Rex. Cerberus troops are attacking the base. Get the females out of there now!
Got it.
Only one survived, Rex. It might be safer down here.
What? So the Solarians can kill her like the others? No deal. If you still want this alliance, get her out of there.
Release the female. We're leaving.
I can't. Protocol states during lockdown, no specimens.
Objection noted. Now, please release Krogan. Need to monitor pod as it clears quarantine procedures.
Meet us at next checkpoint, Shepard. Likely Cerberus opposes genophage cure.
You'll see Tachanka again. I promise.
Get to elevator, Shepard.
Get going, Shepard. Some stuff in the room, right?
Put all research subjects into immediate lockdown.
Baron secure.
Watcher secure.
Yard subjects. We have a problem.
What sort of problem?
Security overrides aren't responding.
We've got to get moving.
Morden Solus, 162.3. Used STG ties to secure station here. Gained autonomy in caring for Krogan test subjects. Females were obviously dying. Barbaric experiments. Malin's fault. My responsibility to fix. Need to save them. No more. No more dead.
Hey, where are we at here? Let's, types. Put it on all the weapons.
Something's wrong with the elevator. It's not responding.
I'll go stick my face in it.
Try it now,
I'm sure
Commander.
it'll be fine.
Oh crap.
Get back!
So you guys couldn't detect a bomb in your elevator? All that tech?
Are you alright? Is there another way out of here?
Other side of the lab. An emergency exit. I can open it from here.
Shepard, Cerberus forces trying to locate female. Quarantine checkpoint under attack. Hurry! Detected levels 1 through 3. Readiness teams respond.
We go. Finally, we get a little bit of action today.
Do whatever it takes to get the female
2.5 hours of talking and walking.
Try to make life miserable for Cerberus.
This looks worse than
Taking enemy fire from position Caltech 4. Direct reinforcements to that location and confirmed.
Right, we have a map for Garrus.
Primary objective is eliminating the Krogan.
You get lifted off the map?
clear.
I'm sure there will be more.
Get carried to the back.
More incoming! Understood!
All squads, be advised we're encountering resistance.
Don't let them take cover in the lab!
Affirmative.
Twitchy, twitchy.
Right away.
Well, what do we have here?
Ashen, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard.
Female isn't going to last long against this sort of firepower.
Shepard, Cerberus in vicinity. Hurry!
We're on our way.
Hey, look, it's the Yogg.
Species 732, the Yogg, has been authorized for covert uplift. They are ideal candidates for expanding Solarian influence with full deniability. The risk is minimal.
Obviously, they've never had to fight a Yogg face to face.
Not too many have.
Yogg specimen has broken containment.
Oh yeah? That's bad. Ah.
Careful. There goes the next Shadow Broker.
Could have sworn he was muttering to Sony the whole time.
Not funny.
This is kind of funny.
Shepard, Cerberus troops at checkpoint. Attempting to kill. Krogan, need assistance.
That's it.
Whoa, whoa, Daddy-o. No, Shepard.
Quickly, Shepard. Technician dead. Clear us through the checkpoint.
Are you okay?
Containment shield is holding. We'll try to repair if necessary. Can't speak for Krogan's health, however.
I'm fine, Commander.
Females kept secret. Possibly a mole in STG. Could be indoctrinated. If no Krogan alliance with Turians, Reapers left unchallenged.
We'll do more than challenge them.
Shepard, meet us at next checkpoint. Cerberus likely to target. Hurry, next checkpoint.
Shepard, get cracking! I'm trying to draw some of their fire.
Shepard, last attack compromised security systems. Attempting to compensate.
Hang on. We're trying to get to you, Mordin.
That did it.
Not here. No, no, no.
Cerberus isn't fooling around.
They're capable of anything.
Here we go.
Commander, stay back. Hostiles just down the hall.
Kiri, you got something
Is
for
there an
us?
easier way around?
You could say that.
My favorite gun. Oh,
Why not have one of those?
oh, you will. You will.
Go, Commander. I'll cover you.
Orion Squad, your orders are to hold position and block access to next checkpoint.
Looks like Cerberus got some upgrades.
God, they ran right out.
Taking them head on may not be the best idea.
Yeah, I know, but
Maybe try to fight them instead.
not the worst idea. It's close to the worst idea. There's something about head on. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
To the next checkpoint. I'm sure Cerberus isn't done.
Kiri, you're gonna,
Always a pleasure to watch you work, Commander.
We get the gun on another level. I always get a little, it always weirds me out, because we see the gun, we see him using it, he shows it off, but we don't get it right away. We get it, like, one level up.
Cerberus must have been tipped
I'm always worried I'm gonna miss my favorite gun.
too fast.
Every war has its traitors.
Is that far enough away from the flash?
We've got stairs over there, Shepard. Take the high ground.
We could. Or we could just fry them all right here. Oh, someone on the second level. Got it.
I'm headed up top.
Oh, no.
Elevator malfunctioning, Shepard. Need assistance. Enemy still present. Pod under fire.
Take them out. Get them away from the female.
Shit, if I die. Might actually just die here. See if I can salvage that. You did. You did. Not by much, but you did. Yeah, bird! Please don't die. Doesn't really get closer than that.
Weakening Shepard.
Good to see you, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm dead again. Who did I let walk up on me? Yara? Thank you. That was a little too close.
Hurry, Shepard. Containment shield failing. Find power terminal. Suspect Cerberus has cut power. Can't progress until you reroute emergency systems.
Miss anything in here?
Look around. There must be a power conduit nearby.
Now online.
There we go, Scorpion. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we're at 181, having added. Takes us down to 102. Yeah, we can't put the mods in it yet. Still going to equip it. Don't need the Viper here. I want my speed back 200%. We'll sort it out on the ship later. Garrus, you said you wanted one of those, right? Oh, you can't have one. Right. No pistol for you, Garrus. Sorry. Does applying power even work for the Scorpion? Does it actually work.
Don't let them near the female. Affirmative. Keep up the pressure.
Firing my favorite gun and actually connect with something. You shouldn't have hit. Well, might have been your best plan, but
excellent. Affinity for destruction intact, Shepard. Can clear us through now.
How you holding up?
Containment shield weakening. Can't take much more. I'm not your problem, Commander. You don't know me.
But I'd like to. Hang in there. How many more checkpoints?
Just the landing area. Hope Erdnot Rex still waiting.
He has to.
I'll see you up top.
We found the Krogan.
what is it gonna do you? You found the Krogan and you're about to die. Garrus, I really could have used that cover. Oh.
That was the last one.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Shepard, get your ass up here. I can't fly around forever.
The female's on the way up to the landing area.
You pull this off, and I'm making you an honorary Krogan.
Project approval.
What was that?
408, the Varen, could provide a novel form of biological warfare. With enhanced size and intelligence, they could harass hostile civilian populations at minimal cost. Recommend project approval.
Okay, yeah. But we don't go through here to get up there. Where you at? We go back this way past where the troops came in.
We're almost back up top.
Shepard! They found us! Under heavy attack!
Can't get a reticle, so that. Shepard! Bad. Thank you. Yeah, I should have taken cover. Yeah, I probably should have. Let's try that again.
We're almost back up top.
Weapon powers. Use those.
Shepard! They found it!
Who? Oh, it doesn't apply? Doesn't apply. Unite shield.
Appears safe. Need final approval now, Shepard. Shepard, you must authorize release. Pod then
Hey,
transfers to
Baldahar.
loading area.
Shepard likes the open.
Shepard, heads up! You've got incoming!
It up! You guys wanna take cover?
Shepard, I can't land until you deal with that thing. It's too dangerous.
So stop talking and let us fight!
Krogan has been acquired.
Or just, you know, let it position itself while we all sit here.
Stay clear. I've got this.
Protect the Krogan, Shepard. She's vulnerable.
Come on. Kills me that is such a long windup. Let's let the enemy get into perfect position. Let's all talk about it.
That's some serious firepower. Or maybe we can crack it open.
Cerberus never did play fair.
I don't have that shield down that quickly.
What's wrong, Shepard? You getting old? Take that. Didn't help. Fighting Saren was a lot harder than this.
This isn't exactly mellowed with age.
Okay, shield down. Shepard. Oh, you fucking rolling the wrong way. Thank you. I don't know. Looks like we're still under fire to me.
Got it.
I think you did it. Looks clear from here. I'm coming in now.
That was kind of messy. Always is.
You had me worried there for a minute.
Let's make this quick.
Here. Let's get you out of there.
I can handle myself, Rex.
Women.
Cerberus here. What do you want?
Commander, I'm hearing chatter you're brokering a treaty between the Krogan and the Turians.
If I get Krogan
Working
boots
on
on
it.
Palaven, the Turians promise me their support.
And how does Cerberus get involved?
I don't know. The elusive man is up to something.
Then keep them at bay. I can't overstate what a victory this treaty would be for the Alliance. We'll need all the help we can get.
How's the Prothean device coming?
Alliance R&D has officially begun construction. The team has dubbed it Project Crucible. We're throwing everybody who knows how to hold a hammer at it. This is going to be the most ambitious undertaking in human history.
Will we get it done?
I'm not saying it won't be a challenge, but our researchers tell me the designs are elegant, massive in scope, but strangely simple as well. We can do this, Shepard. You can do this. Never doubt that.
No, sir.
Good. Hack it out.
Crucible begins.
You have the female, Rex. A cure for the rest of your people can come later.
That wasn't the deal.
But Palaven needs your reinforcements now. We can't delay.
Unless every Krogan gets the cure, there's no alliance.
Mordin, how long will it take to finish a cure?
Need to synthesize base antigen from female. Also requires healthy male Krogan tissue. We'll need a sample.
You're looking at it.
Acceptable. We'll need you to remain aboard Normandy for procedure.
Let's hope the food's gotten better.
Formulating a cure that works for every Krogan sounds like a tall order, Mordin. Can you do it?
Of course. Similar to Genophage Modification Project. Working against own alterations this time. Not as simple as garbage DNA blocking attachment sites. We'll need to counteract shutdown of redundant nervous system, adjust neurotransmitter levels.
Got it.
We'll create cure, Shepard. Don't need to worry.
Then get started, Mordin, and make it quick.
Always do. We'll be in medbay if you'd like to speak more. Eve requires tests.
Eve?
Female's real name unknown. Normandy, a human vessel. Human mythology seemed appropriate under circumstances. Suggest speaking with her. New perspective. Surprising in Krogan.
Now, is there anything else?
There's a small matter concerning a ship we've lost contact with.
What happened?
I'd rather discuss it in private.
Turian problems can't even come close to what I've got.
What is it?
Some of my men went missing. The rest of it we can discuss somewhere else.
I'll find you both in the war room. Just be ready to talk.
Terry's strength creeping up. I know it's been a short stream. I don't think we're gonna do too much more tonight. Go catch up with a few people here on board. I was running on empty here.
You said one of your ships had gone missing.
Crashed, actually. I couldn't speak in front of the Krogan. Our ship went down on Tuchanka. Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified.
You may have to share some more information than that.
They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
In a manner of speaking.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
Your men that crashed on Tuchanka. How many are there?
A platoon.
You said their mission was a matter of galactic peace. Why?
I'm sorry, Commander. As I said, it's highly classified.
Look, if you want me to put my ass on the line, I need answers.
I can't tell you. Please understand. The commander is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your contact.
Victus?
My son. I needed someone I could trust completely.
I understand this is a difficult time for you, Primarch, but Earth can't survive without reinforcements. Can I still count on your help?
If the Krogan help us on Palaven, then I give you my word.
How is it being the Primarch?
Not what I imagined. The battle of all time is happening on Palaven, and I'm light years away, reading casualty reports in the millions. If I'm going to die, I want to be with my men, so there's no doubt we fought to the last soul.
I understand. Leaving Earth to save it. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done.
I'm not surprised. Garrus speaks highly of you. You never asked to be a leader, yet your people will die if you refuse. We find ourselves in similar circumstances. Let's hope the spirits grant us the strength to see it through.
How are things on Palaven?
The casualty reports are staggering. The Reapers are using our own tactics against us. Destroy the enemy with overwhelming force.
I've seen the same on Earth.
The strategist in me admires their brutality. The Turian in me knows I'm watching the destruction of 15,000 years of civilization. My civilization.
The Krogan will make sure that doesn't happen.
Assuming you're successful with the cure.
We will be.
You have to be, Commander. I don't want to go down as history's last Primarch.
The Salarian Dalatrass worries about what the Krogan will do once they're cured. How do you feel?
It won't matter if we don't stop the Reapers, but I understand her doubts. The moon you found me on? That's where we made our last stand against the Krogan during the rebellions. They were that relentless.
How did it turn out?
The Krogan started using asteroids as weapons, directing them against our colonies. We had no choice. The Genophage was our last resort. So yes, Krogan intentions after this war will be a serious concern, but I'd rather have a grateful ally than a resentful enemy.
Reaching out to the Krogan for help must be difficult for you.
We can't allow the mistakes of our past to cloud the future. Your race and mine were once enemies. The first contact war, as you call it. I was there, dodging shells fired by your navy. But look at us now, standing in a ship of Turian human design, working together.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
Hell of a show down there on Surkesh. Just like the old days, Shepard. Right down to me pulling your ass out of the fire.
I was the one with bullets flying at me.
And I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
Uh-huh. You said one of your squads is missing.
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
Rachni?
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask. It's big.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Aralak Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and I'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Get on it, Shepard.
How could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this. May not be Rachni, but maybe it is. Could be another invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. We need to stop them.
What's the situation back on Tuchanka?
I'm still getting scattered reports of Reaper forces arriving. Something big is brewing. I won't let those things take Tuchanka. Not when we're about to cure the genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
What will you do after the genophage is cured?
Once we deal with the Reapers, most Krogan will want to settle a score with the Turians and Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time will be different.
A lot of people will be relieved to hear that. No one wants to repeat history.
They know we probably win this time. But war has never brought us anything except misery. It's time to focus on rebuilding.
Back on Surkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more. No offense.
Believe it or not, we sometimes have good ideas, Rex. You should try listening.
Yeah, but our women have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime. And Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but maybe that's because I don't kiss as well.
No comment.
Yeah. I miss this place. Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls. If the Solarian says my DNA's important, who am I to argue?
It's one of my favorite lines from Rex. Maybe I don't kiss as well.
You think the Solarians would have a base on their homeworld secured better?
Nah, they were solid. Cerberus has Reaper tech. Compared to those upgrades, the Solarians might as well have been throwing rocks.
Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die, and... now that's about it.
Enough to build on.
So a Prothean. A real live Prothean. Has Liara stopped bouncing yet? I'm guessing there may have been some bouncing.
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard.
Yikes.
Yes, Shepard?
Let's see. We haven't chatted with her about this stuff, have we? Just not.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective.
Yeah, you are.
I like it.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting. That was a joke.
You caught Shepard backing up a step.
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Obviously.
Very few. It's optics face forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh. I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information.
Hey, Miss Lara Croft.
In organic terms, I want to learn.
Welcome, welcome. You're doing well.
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints. Forced me to get active data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Carry on, Edie.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Right, we didn't get stuck on the bridge. Let's see. Ken and Gabby are back. Check in with them. Check in with Javik.
New reports of Cerberus activity on Tuchanka. I've marked it on the galaxy map.
We're going to be picking up with all those things tomorrow. I'm going to run around right now and talk to the crew, but we're going to be wrapping in a few minutes after all our Normandy business. And then tomorrow, I guess we'll be going to Tuchanka. Very likely going to Tuchanka. Maybe starting some of those N7 missions. Miss Lara Croft, what you been up to? Ashley Williams, Commander. Udina made me an offer, and I accepted. I'm a Spectre. I can't believe it. Everything falling apart. Does this even mean anything? All the authority, resources, freedom, the whole scary package, but I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Come by the hospital if you get a chance. They're still keeping me here, but I'm planning on sneaking out soon. Boy, even when it's just written, Ash's dialogue is kind of annoying. Indoctrination. Alliance News Network, new article. Thessia, Asari scientist Rana Thanoptis has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. Prior to her death, investigators said Thanoptis spoke of voices in her head, they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari and told Thanoptis that anyone fighting the Reapers needed to die. Thanoptis worked on a top-secret project for former Spectre Saren Arterius several years ago, where she likely became indoctrinated. She received a pardon from the Asari government in exchange for providing research assistance on Reaper technology. Thanoptis was believed responsible for planting a makeshift explosive device that detonated at a research center, killing 5 visiting Asari military officials along with 4 civilians. The attack seriously wounded a dozen more and caused significant damage to the facility. Investigators say they are not seeking any more suspects in the case. Hey, congrats on your job. New job offer accepted. Excellent. Getting ready for Christmas. Good luck with that. And, no, I got nothing. Hold the line from Major Kirahi. Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you again on Surkesh, even if the circumstances were less than ideal. It seems fate has decided our meetings coincide with galactic threats. So be it. To that end, I wanted to reiterate that STG will be there to help when the need arises, regardless of the political climate. You were there for us in our hour of need. We look forward to returning the favor. Best of luck, Major Kirahi. Info for you. Hi, Shepard. It's been a while. I'm glad to hear you made it off Earth and that Liara's with you. Getting off her old ship was the best thing we could have done. Can't tell you how sick I was of that cabin. And of tripping over that drone. I don't even know how it kept finding me in a ship that big, even after I turned off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you. Talk with Glyph to sort out the data. I hope it helps, Shepard. It's getting rough out there. And from Arya, Omega, it's time. Shepard, I'm ready to discuss that pet project I mentioned when we spoke in Purgatory. Come to Dock 42 on the Citadel. A Batarian named Bray will be waiting. Let's upgrade that Scorpion. Add some weight. Where can we take it? How far can we afford to take it? 5. Lighten up the Viper a little more. So, using the Shuriken, which is not great, but let's take it all the way. So for weight bonuses, in better shape. Add back the Viper. 158, that's not so pretty. I was hoping for closer to 180. Bummer. Just need more ultralight upgrades. I mean, 158 is not bad. Plus, we have all those bonuses, extra 40%. Once we get a detonation, we get 30 seconds of 40% reduction. Maybe after we get a couple more weight upgrades. Here. Like that Ceres Council chest. Power damage. And then headshot damage? Nah. Arms melee damage? Eh. Legs with ammo capacity, huh? Those are weird looking.
So, Gabby, have you seen Hades' new body?
Oh, I knew this was coming.
I just mean, it's an amazing work of engineering. Elastic titanium silicon polymers, ultra-light harmonic phased power cells.
Mm-hmm.
And if she ever accidentally walks into a wall, there's just so much padding.
Ugh, I knew it.
Wish I were a wall.
You pretty much are, Kenneth.
It's great to be back.
Feels good to be in an Alliance uniform again. Welcome aboard, Chief. Nothing to report.
That's all the hello I get?
I'm glad the commander didn't forget about us down here.
I told you Shepard would come visit.
You're saying they survived into this cycle?
Yes. We called them Collectors. They fought for the Reapers. For a long time, no one knew they were Prothean.
And when did you realize?
Shepard had no choice but to kill the ones she encountered. They were all indoctrinated, and had been for a long time. I'm sorry.
I am grateful. It was an act of mercy.
Yes. I suppose it was.
Did I mention Salarians used to lick their eyes? How far they have come. The Mordin Salarian asked if he could dissect me. I approved, but only if he could defeat me in combat first. His reply was problematic. Then he left. I do not understand that one. This Cerberus, I do not understand why your own kind would oppose you. They will bleed the same as everyone if the Reapers are not stopped.
And well, elusive man.
The Rex Krogan offered me a job. He said whenever I tired of the easy life of luxury on the Normandy, he would give me something real to shoot at. Yes?
Right. Crude.
I can't imagine anything so traumatic. You sure you're okay, Karen?
I wouldn't wish a collector abduction on my worst enemy. But it's behind me now. I'm fine. But it makes me think of Earth and all the other Reaper-occupied worlds. What are the Reapers doing to the people who live on all those worlds? As we sit here, enjoying our coffee. How many souls are in agony this very moment? Millions? Billions? Oh, Greg. I lied. I'm not fine.
Oh, Dr. Chocolates.
Everything okay in the medbay?
Yes. Mordin would just like some space to work with Eve.
He kicked you out?
Oh, no. I just felt I was getting in his way. I'll return when I'm needed.
Hello, Commander.
Oh, yeah. All quiet.
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
Now, from Professor Takesha to Dr. Adwal. Was calling every supply depot stationed around the Crucible to find enough pure platinum for the Crucible's primary trigger inlay. We barely had enough left to coat a coffee maker. An hour later, a ship pulled up with 16 tons of platinum, courtesy of the Shadow Broker. Then it flew away to scavenge more materials for the project. The ship's captain emailed me later saying the broker would stay in touch with our needs. That's great, but I'm checking my computer for bugs. Prothean Notes, 2186 Entry 2. Not sure what to make of Javik. I approached him while we were traveling to a different system, but he wasn't very inclined to talk. What little he does say concerns the Reapers and our possible failure. Is he simply a soldier mourning his people, or is it a fundamental difference in our cultures?
Ready for the next mission?
I'm talkative today. Okay.
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal.
Hey, you brought it up.
Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the Genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. Takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up. I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh? I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka.
You said it.
Good to see Morden's still alive and kicking, and still finding new ways to cause trouble. So who needs their ass kicked now?
Whole lot of people.
So who needs their ass kicked now?
I'll get you a list, Garrus. I'll get you a list.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus
We were
loyal,
just
reasonably
talking about
intelligent,
that.
bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
He was trying to fix Garrus up.
We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
Come on now.
This one is different.
Morden is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap? Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand, but my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species. Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
So we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tuchanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
So the end justifies the means.
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
Encouragement irrelevant. Will always be scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that. But can help Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
Any word on Malin himself?
No. Ordered teams to search for him when trying to help Eve. Nothing so far. Large galaxy. Lots of places to hide. Could already be dead for all we know. Would kill him now if possible. Unless he could help.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production. Long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
You always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat, outlet for aggression. Cooperative symbiosis.
Nothing else. No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left, but still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
Morden does have an encore performance in the third game. In the Citadel DLC, you can get, you can hear Krogan Queen sung to the tune of Dancing Queen.
How's she doing?
Not bad.
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
You care about her.
My patient. My responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. promised to help her. She said, please.
Nice talking with you, Mordin.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to Eve for a little bit, then we're gonna wrap for the night. Ahead of that, I want to thank everyone for a good day today. I really it was almost a no-show. So thanks for hanging out, hoping keep me sane a little bit. Everyone has a good Friday night. We'll be back at this tomorrow. Hopefully a little more action too. We did a lot of talking and walking tonight.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
Hey.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets, so when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
How did you make it out alive?
I started digging the wrong way. I was in complete darkness. Nothing other than my own heartbeat to sustain me.
What happened?
I found this. A simple crystal, but it became my chisel. Take it as a reminder, Commander. In the darkest hour, there is always a way out.
That's a brutal initiation.
But an illuminating one. You learn to appreciate the light by living in the dark.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How do you think things will change after the genophage is cured?
Our species will find its balance again. Females will help shape the future, like in the ancient days, before we were just pawns of power-hungry males.
Most seem hell-bent on shooting anything that looks at them wrong.
What else is there for them to do? Because of the genophage, they become wandering killers, seeking targets to justify their existence, excuses to earn them honor.
Does one reappear?
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, the genophage forced
reappeared on the wheel,
reason to exist
threw me off
other than
there.
the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
How'd you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malin was trying to cure the genophage for Clan Weirlock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
I'm sorry none of the other females survived.
I know. The youngest one, Kern, was the last to go. But she knew she would enter the void free of this curse, and then smile when she looked down upon the children of Tuchanka. Her spirit will be the midwife to my firstborn.
Would you go to Malon again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
I found Malon's lab. It looked like a dungeon. His experiments were brutal.
We learned that too late. He meant well, but his methods grew more barbaric as he went. We finally escaped into the rubble. Eventually, a Salarian team found us. They saved our lives. We were so sick.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us. Though not all the other clans see it that way.
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
Do you think Rex will want revenge for the Genophage?
Some clans will expect it, but I hope Rex resists. He understands the cycle of violence must end if Krogan are ever to have a voice in galactic politics. Still, he's just one Krogan. If enough clans demand it, he may not be able to stop them.
How has Mordin been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Salarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the Genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Asari Borgia offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it
got a little bit.
His ear.
There's a little bit of him singing.
Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I'm glad to see humans treat their women with respect. Your people have placed a lot of responsibility on you.
No more than your people have put on you.
Then maybe we can show the men how it's done.
Deal.
Yeah, it's good to have a little bit. Even just a little bit. Yeah. Alright, a lot of talking and walking today. Tomorrow there'll be some running and gunning. Okay, shooting from cover, but... Yes. I hope everyone has a good Friday night. You Captain Awesome. Keyboard is weird. What's weird about it? I am really just been running on empty here, so I'm gonna go try and refuel. Good night, everyone. See you on the flip side. Thanks for the great company, host love, and the sub support. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Good night.